Hello. This is Telmo World Media, my viewers. It's another day. This is MTM Show. I am Atambo Jana, and today we are here looking at the Gusii or the Gusii culture at large, where we are going to meet one of the greatest and respected man from the Gusii region, who is going to take us through the stages of life and culture in the Gusii. That will be birth, circumcision, marriage, and death. So stay tuned, don't go far. Remember to subscribe, remember to hit that notification button, and remember to share so that all of us will get to know what Gusii used to do. As you can introduce yourself to the audience kindly.
My name is Obino Nyambane. Oisabu Nyambano Genchabo Nyamaiko Bunde Bundo Getusi Omotoromania. That is what I was told, how to introduce myself so that relatives in the lineage could know that we are blood.
So we've been hearing about culture, and
yes.
I know when most of us, like me for example, when I hear about culture, what comes to my mind is utamaduni, ukale. Those old things that used to happen. Maybe could you explain to us what this term culture means?
I think culture, defining the culture in English, means a way of life. But utamaduni is tradition. So there is a big difference. Okay. There was traditional way of life,
yes,
and that was a culture,
yeah,
and there is way of life now.
Yes.
It is also a culture.
Right.
These are two different cultures.
Okay.
The culture you have grown in, Tariero, the culture I'm growing in, yeah. So the culture is dynamic. Culture is a way of life of our people. And there's very many things that you live with in your cultural, environmental settings or adaptations.
Okay.
They may not be the same as mine.
All right.
Right? You are staying in an environment different from my environment, though we are together, because of our adaptations.
Okay, so can we say maybe we don't share the culture, or we do share the
culture?
Are
sharing a culture that is transforming. Okay. There is transformation from me to you.
Right.
Our age defines my culture. Your age defines your culture. So
you're trying to say that as time goes by, the culture is dynamic, it tends to change.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So maybe I could first of all like to know what is the main difference between your culture during your age or the past ages and the culture that we're living right now.
If my grandfather woke up today, he'll be so shocked of the things he will see, especially seeing a man like you, wearing things. Then there are things that have really changed. We didn't have mobile phones. We now have. We didn't have automatic cars. We have. Things have changed. Let's go to tradition. A family was so structured. It was set, a set of rules, which we used to call megiro. Right?
Yeah.
Unwritten constitution was we inculcated in your growth. And rules were followed at birth, initiation, marriage, death. Everything was structured. It is not right now.
Right now, are things working?
You are a shagala bakala. In our setting, the tradition, when a kid is born, when a baby has been born, there was a system how that baby was treated. At Buna Akurunda Yangina, Igari Kurukwa, Ige Simba, or let me put it, Musamba Mwaye. No name yet.
All right.
Because wika bantu baikaransa abangina specifically in most cases led by a specific grandmother bakore ceremony umuntu uchiro mogeni aigwirieta yesokoro usirio umuntu usikire usibwanjire usirie korenga na lineage of the mother or the father. Both sides contributed. When wait, yes. Naenda atara igwiriete erio, there were some small ceremonies like nyinamu buguri maambie kererio bari gosoka amoire amoe erioba ashike matiti yake amureke uchi asherioba alitebi na rioba nderere na nchi kore, because our people believe that life, yes, the source of life, yeah, knows where the sun comes from, and it goes and comes back the following day. Yeah. People die and go, yeah, but the sun has ever been there. So since it sees all of us, yes, let it be the gateway to a blessing. Rioba nderere na nchi korere. Then this kid is taken for naming. Oigwerieta. It is relevant to an occasion, depending what has happened. Yeah? If you, like during migration, people are given names like Kwamboka. Yes. People are given like names like Kemunto. You see, people were given names like Onyando because of crossing River Nyando, okay, and such issues. No nyugwete gose. Igo mwana ari koegwa erieta bunari. Naende bunaiborwa. Nabura nyore aiborwa asomochi bana bakoiburu bako. Akaganerwa. Okuganerwa, ogotakerwa is when, if there have been dying men in your family, there is a way the community comes together and says, whoever is killing them, if it is nature, please forgive this one. If it is human beings, forgive this one. Ibiranye gite byabekwa okirekwa obekupara amatabekani onde bwensi ogweto nyakomuruterage gento omwana oyu orokunyanjera osoroku amarieta naro amange depending on ikenyoro gose inyumba. Ekero kwa eriete erio omwana okino bicho. So you see, there was a structure in everything. And in any condition that came, abagusia bagakamba bwate a solution. Chiko bwatiwa. No msari. Ngakiturate. Unwritten rules. Yes. And you know, in our culture, you grew up with your parents, grandparents. Yes. So the stories how to behave. If you are a female, now we have talked about naming. It is over. Yes. You are growing. Yes. You rotate within the circumference of you live with your mother, okay, and a grandmother. Okay. Of course, you have to live with your mother for about 8 years. Kuruagu kwa surrendered to Gesarate. Kwa menyana baisi bamino na iso. Gesarate ndio esa igama, what is Gesarate? Esa igana so mugaka alikobera. Okay. Gesarate is where communal men go. Right. Communally men. Gesarate was the treasury. Okay. Because that is where discussions chikorenda mo chiombe nga ichikale nga kibintu bigocha ingokokora ki whatever. Ebi ne byariko gambuye sarate. Bintu byariko gambuye sarate byariko gambu chokoni. Okay. Are you getting the difference? Roles were very clearly defined. Again, take mokoreta young people mokoreta, we want equity. Ngumo sacha numo kungu na gender parity. Yeah, sure. It was there. Yes. And that is why jobs were divided ikiara yokwa liko egwegasi according to your energy. Yes. Omukungu arende umuchika na erenka. Are you listening to me? Yes. Omosacha asache arende nka. Yeah. So you see, as a boy is growing, he is told these are the things you should do, and that is what you are saying. Yes. One, don't mix anyhow lina bakungu. don't be found with women anyhowly.
Yeah.
You know, that prevented this boy from becoming a woman. Girls were told, don't mingle a lot with the men or boys, because that will spoil the growth.
During your time, did you have these cases of let me assume you understand what
Yes,
I'm saying?
I do. I know I do.
We have ladies who behave like boys these days, dressing like boys, walking like boys.
Those days,
and ladies and men who are
women. No,
characters.
those days, those things were not there.
They were not
Because training and mwana keboru, the sex is male.
Yes.
Give to the males.
Yeah.
The sex is female. Female. So where will you get the opportunity to be a boy or to be a man, to be a girl among boys? Okay. All right. Let me go on.
Yeah.
So in the development, a boy becomes a young man and is initiated and transformed into a man.
Yeah.
Then is given rules of how to behave as a man. A girl, the same. Initiation for the boys, it was called circumcision. Huh?
Yes.
Circumcision. This circumcision was both physical and mental. It was a mentorship process, which we are not having right now.
Yeah, sure.
You people are not mentored in any way. You are going to school. There is no mentorship as it was in our traditional life. Mentorship, you find a boy is told, when you become a man, you're supposed to have cows, you're supposed to have wives, and you're supposed to have children.
Wives, not
Yes.
a wife.
No, not in our culture.
Polygamy was accepted.
Not accepted. You know, you are using modern words.
Yes.
Polygamy was a norm.
It was a norm.
It was part and parcel of homesteads. And by the way, leadership was given depending on your security, depending on how many cattle you have, depending on how many wives you have. Yeah, because if you had more wives, it means you know how to handle more issues. So when leadership is being suggested that we is to be the clan elder for decision making, from these people, you are automatically a member. Yes.
About these days.
But one wife, which they could call one eye.
Yes. One eye.
Ayori numukungu yomo ukareka. Mungu nyakuagi unere bueka. Tiba koko madena genda mukamba mangana na nyarebe mukole monde tereri chief. You see, you have not qualified in leadership.
Yeah, sure.
So enjera bono mwacha akire kogorobo gambi. You know, it was selective. Leadership was selective, and it could go with the family. And this is as a result of mentorship. Everything was structured. Families had different ways of mentorship, and depending on talent, it could be nurtured. Huh? I want you to understand. Omo muragia ikire akwarukiwa aramete. The process was mental. Certification no kwarukiwa. So like you go to school and get a certificate, that informal education also required a certificate. Only that now the certificate is physical.
Yeah.
And that physical certificate transformed you totally. You became something else. You were told the secrets of the clan. You were told the secrets of the tribe, and you were told how to achieve.
Yeah, sure.
You maintain. And you were told those who are not circumcised yet should not know anything about that.
Yeah.
Because if they know, then they will not be mentored.
All right.
I don't know if you are connecting.
I'm connecting. I'm getting you.
Girls, there was no circumcision in girls.
Yeah.
That is another misinterpretation in your modern life and modern girls. There was no circumcision in our community. What was there was called Ogosarwa.
So stay tuned, don't go far. Remember to subscribe, remember to hit that notification button, and remember to share so that all of us will get to know what Gusii used to do.